How's it going, Great Nation? Chris Thomas here. Hope you're having a great kind of day. I'm here with my co-host, Tom Ladeau.
2 shows in a row where I get the respect I so rightfully earned.
Okay, will you stop crowbarring in and just give me a chance to introduce you?
Gee, sorry. And why don't you apologize to the audience for the last show? There are portions where it sounded like we were talking, in the NASA space shuttle.
That was the air conditioner. It was on temporarily for a moment. It's starting to warm up. It's summertime here. And I do acknowledge that it should have been edited out.
Yeah. It's like, if you want to build an audience, why have a whoosh in the background occasionally?
Well, it could be because that whoosh sound is you sitting on a vibrator.
Wait a minute, hey!
So our guest on Great A Nation on this installment is Shane, and he's been on the show before. He's the son of my next-door neighbor, Loli, and he's here to talk about being assigned to summer school. And it's not because he got bad grades. It's because of an incident that happened last month in May around Mother's Day. So Shane, how are you feeling?
Well, it's something where I'm not, I'm not enjoying being in summer school or anything.
Well, I mean, of course, you want to have fun and play and do whatever. You don't want to be in the classroom or doing classes online if you are assigned to do online learning some days. I can understand that. So, do you want me to summarize the situation real quick, and then we can go over your summer school experience?
Yes, I guess that'll be okay.
So, there was an activity, and this is based on what your mom told me, Lily. She said that there was a Mother's Day activity where you and the other students with moms were asked to write a Mother's Day letter, and you're supposed to talk about the things you liked about your mom. And they had various topics that you can talk about. So, my mom's favorite food is blank. My mom looks like blank. My mom has a good talent at blank. Things like that. And so you filled out your letter to your mom, which is supposed to go to your mom after it's been graded, and you put that your mom's best talent was giving big brain. Do you know what big brain is?
Well, okay, so it's something where, it's a long story, okay? And I don't know if I want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, you said you wanted to be on the show, and I think it's important that this could be essentially a huge misunderstanding.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, I really had nothing bad about it. My mom to say in the letter.
So, when you say that your mom is, her best talent is giving a big brain, where have you heard that before?
Well, it's something where, my mom, is currently dating someone, and his name is Kwame.
Oh, sounds intriguing.
Yeah, his name is Kwame, and when we're watching AEW or watching basketball, and it's the three of us, me, my mom, and Kwame. Sometimes he'll say to my mom, all right, all right, baby, it's time to give me some of that big brain, that good big brain. I love your big brain. And I I really wasn't sure, what that meant.
Okay, but you heard Kwame say that your mom is good at giving big brain, and so when the letter's talking about talent, if you keep hearing Kwame say that she's good at giving big brain, that was what came to mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. I mean, it's every day Kwame says, I love that big brain. And sometimes when they're in the room, just the two of them, he's saying, bad words, but he keeps saying, that the big brain feels good.
Wow, that's actually traumatizing when you really think about it.
Traumatizing?
Well, I don't want to say why. I mean, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I mean, as a youngster, he probably shouldn't be hearing that kind of talk.
Well, I mean, Kwame, he's like saying bad words and yelling and moaning, but he says it feels good. It feels real good. He goes, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right. This is supposed to be family friendly.
Yeah, I don't think you have to say any more about that, Shane. But so when you put that your mom's talent, she's really good at giving big brain. What did your teacher say?
Well, my teacher, Miss Haverhurst, she said, what does this mean, big brain? And I just told her pretty much what you and I talked about.
Okay, so she came to see that big brain doesn't involve your mom being smart. It has to do with something else, and your teacher didn't like that.
Well, I mean, so the thing was that my teacher, Mrs. H, or Miss H, I don't know if she's married. I mean, she's a, fat ass.
All right, you don't have to be nasty.
Well, I mean, she's tons, weighs a ton.
Well, I mean, I wasn't aware that you were going to fat shame your teacher, Shane.
Well, I mean, it's just that Miss H likes to eat food in class, and it's very distracting. And I think I actually would have gotten better grades if she wasn't stuffing Chick-fil-A biscuits in her mouth.
Okay, so can you just get back to why your teacher got so upset?
Well, it was a thing where she said to me, Shane, do you even know what big brain is? After I said, what it was. She said it's bad. It's not a good thing. You shouldn't be talking about something like that in public about your mom. And I said, well, I mean, Kwame seems to think that my mom is good at it, and he told me that you had to get a girl that's really really strong at big brain. And I said, Miss H, are you good at giving big brain?
So, oh boy. So you asked your teacher if she's good at giving big brain.
Well, Kwame said, the only girls that are worth anything are the ones that are good at big brain. So I wanted to know if Miss H, could do that.
Could do that to you? Are you crazy?
No, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what, the big brain, part of me still thought it was good at, doing math, and Miss H, I mean, she's pretty good at math. I mean, she's counting the calories on the Whopper, the chicken French fries, the Oreo chocolate shake. I mean, she can count the calories, and then she starts to cry after she's done counting, but then she, shovels it down her face.
All right, so, a part of you thought that big brain was being good at math, but why would Kwame tell you to get a girl who is good at math?
Well, I mean, Kwame didn't graduate from high school, so it's something where I thought, okay, Kwame didn't graduate from high school, so he's telling me, get a girl who can do the math for you, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Oh, brother, this sounds ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. I really did. But I thought it because when he was moaning and saying, oh yeah, the big brain, I thought my mom was, balancing his checkbook.
Oh, cut it out, Shane.
I did. I really thought it. None of you are going to tell me otherwise.
Okay, so when you told your teacher, Miss H, if she's good at giving big brain, what did she do?
Well, she said, you think you're a wise guy, and you think you can tell that to your teacher? Well, I'm gonna go to the principal, and I'm gonna report you for saying something so inappropriate, and I'm gonna see if you can be put in summer school for disrespecting your teacher. And I said, all you had to do was give some big brain, and there would have been no problem.
Okay, well, Shane, if you are telling your teacher to give big brain, you really don't know what it means. How do you think she's going to respond?
I actually think she's being reasonable. I mean, you can't tell your teacher to, give you big brain. I mean, you just can't. Unless your teacher is Chris Thomas, and then he'll probably do it.
What? That's not true. Just ignore what he said, Shane.
Well, do you give big brain?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
I think someone doth protest too much, and he tends to do that.
All right, so let's focus on the task at hand. Now you're in summer school because Miss H talked to the principal, and you're in a disciplinary course, and you're essentially trying to get this bad use of language out of you. I don't know if it's possible, because you hear things and you soak it up like a sponge, and then you just repeat it. You're like a minor bird.
What? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what a minor bird is, okay?
Well, I mean, it's just that you repeat things that you hear, and maybe you shouldn't repeat them if you don't know what they actually mean.
I think that I should be, someone who can talk free. This is America, land of the brave, home of the free. I think that's what we learned in school.
Well, there are liberties, but I mean, you can't just tell your teacher, to give good big brain.
Well, I mean, the way she ate that hot dog.
Okay, let's just stop and be respectful to your teacher.
Well, I mean, she didn't even take a bite. Okay, she just swallowed it whole.
What do you know the address for Miss H, where she lives?
Cut it out, Tom. All right. So, how is summer school going? Are you liking it?
No, it's very scary because, I'm in there with really bad kids. That do like violent stuff and, push people around. So I have to be careful. And I'm kind of sad too because, I'm not able to watch AEW the last few weeks because it's on Fridays at a time where my mom says I'm supposed to be asleep because her and Kwame are doing some wheelbarrow action.
All right. I know you're an AEW fan, and yes, the time change has made it difficult for younger fans to watch the show, especially if they are from a family where you can't get a DVR. I don't think Lily has a DVR. Actually, why doesn't Kwame give your mom a DVR to record shows?
Yeah, you would think that because she's so good at big brain that he would reward her with a DVR. A DVR machine, yeah. Sometimes Chris Thomas can make a good point.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Why doesn't Kwame get her a DVR?
Well, Kwame, I actually don't even know if he has a job or anything.
What?
Yeah, I mean, he's just someone who does like these live Instagrams, and he talks about people, and he trashes them, and he talks smack. Talk smack, that's what he calls it. Talk smack. It says something about Mama's cooking and Becky with the good hair.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. If you're implying that this Kwame is another Kwame that we know, I don't think that's possible, because he lives in a totally different part of the country.
No, the Kwame I know, he was talking to, some judge. That is on the TV.
No, I don't think that's possible. I think you're telling tall tales.
Yeah, I think that the summer school experience has traumatized you so much that you don't even know it's real anymore.
No. And then, when summer school's over, I'm going to go and see Sting and Darby Allin. I'm gonna travel.
What do you mean you're gonna travel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see AEW when it comes to town. If I'm good, that's what my mom says.
Oh, okay. So AEW's going back to live shows, and yeah, they're gonna be not too far from us. And so if you're good, you get to go see AEW live.
Yeah, that's right, and I'm very excited about it. It'll be my first wrestling show, and I think if I just keep to myself and don't do anything wrong, and don't ask the summer school teacher for big brain, I'll be okay.
Well, I hope it works out for you, Shane, and I hope you stay safe in the summer school with the future felons. And Tom, this is really one of the more unique episodes because it demonstrates that even youngsters can misinterpret things, and it can lead to some bad consequences.
Yeah, I guess. What are we having for dinner?
Are you even invested in the show today?
Well, I mean, it's just, sometimes Shane can be a little tiresome, I have to say.
Mr. Tom, I think that you're not very nice, and it's because your teeth look like they have been glued in by someone with no arms. Someone with no arms. Yeah, someone with no arms glued your teeth in.
All right, you don't have to make fun of his teeth, Shane. I mean, can we just end the show on a positive note?
Yeah, I mean, I may not have the nicest teeth, but at least I was never in summer school, you asshole.
All right, you don't talk to the kid that way. I mean, he's young.
I want to go get Kwame, and he's gonna teach you a lesson.
Oh, is that right? Well, okay, then bring it. I can fight. I know MMA. I'm not afraid.
All right, Granny Nation. I'm sorry that another episode ended with threats of violence, but we hope that you enjoyed the show. I'm not sure how you can possibly have enjoyed this show.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but we hope you check in with us next time, and that's a wrap, I guess.
Are you okay? Are you flustered?